Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Blue Blur Podcast, everyone. I'm here with my friend whose voice of Tales and Sonic Respinned.
Hello.
And we're making a follow-up to our previous video where we were predicting stuff about Sonic Movie 3. And, well, this is going to be our spoiler review. So,
Spoiler!
yeah, spoiler alerts are going to be in this video. So big spoilers coming up. We're going to talk about some of the references, some of the stuff we liked, and finish it off with talking about the end credit scene and saying what we think is going to happen for the future of the SCU.
He was stoked.
Yeah. Surprise.
He loved the end credit scene.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So he thinks it's the best one so far.
I agree. I do think that. But we're not going to talk about it yet. We're going to save that for last. So let's talk about some of the references first.
It should start. Right. References. I didn't.
Well, I'll tell you the references.
Yes.
So for example, game music actually plays a lot in this.
We should just do this.
Well, again, they're not gonna we're doing like an actual recording of this, but we're like a live video.
Yes,
of this,
we can see our faces.
Yeah, we can see our faces, but we're gonna remove that because we're not doing face reveals ever.
L.
Yeah. Anyway, so some of the references where there's a lot of game music in this, like for example, the quote-unquote race in the beginning, when Sonic thinks he's won, but it's just the holograms at the end. Remember that scene?
Yeah. That was confusing. Like, why did they need to do the holograms?
Because it was like his Earth day, like the first day he came to Earth.
I know, but was the holograms really necessary? And also, the question is, was the holograms like planned, or was that like the government's holograms?
I feel like they were yellow, so Tails made them. So
okay, fair enough.
But anyway, when Sonic thinks he's won, they play the actual victory jingle music you hear in a bunch of Sonic games in the background.
Also, did he like hit a sign that's in the end of every single?
The classic ones, yeah.
Yeah.
That's in the classic ones. It didn't
See,
have.
I got a reference. Yeah.
It didn't have Sonic and Robotnik's faces on it though, but still though it counts. So.
Yeah, I don't know why they would put their enemy on the sign.
Yeah, but another one is Shadow's theme that plays throughout the entire movie is another game song, "Live and Learn," which is like a final boss theme, which they also played in the movie when they both went super at the end.
Yeah.
No, I didn't catch this the first time I saw it, but the Bio Lizard makes a cameo as the black and white movie Shadow Maria watched, the prototype Ultimate Life Form. Which honestly, I'm kind of glad they included it like that.
Giant lizard.
That's the thing I don't get. Like, you gotta remember, Gerald went from a giant lizard in the games to a small black hedgehog. You gotta remember that. So I'm glad he was just a reference in this.
Yeah, he got downgraded by a lot.
Yeah. This one was shown in the trailers. Obviously, the Chow Garden, like the Chow, the movie has mascots. That was an obvious one.
Where's Cream though? Her pet.
Yeah.
Is running an entire restaurant.
Yeah.
And she's over here just in the shadows. Like your pet is more successful than you are.
Yeah, I think. Cream. I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't introduce Cream.
Yeah, but how is your pet more successful than you?
Fair
That
point.
doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Okay. What were some other references? Eggman. We already talked about this in the last episode.
Fat.
Eggman wore his game suit, and yeah, he was kind of fat in it. Although that was kind of a sorry excuse for.
Isn't the arc a
Eggman.
reference to a lot of things?
Yeah, just the Space Colony arc in general. We got that in there.
Yeah.
It looked very different in the movie though. I kind of liked all like the little spikes or whatever that came out in the film.
Yeah, I feel like it was very tall.
It wasn't as big as the games though. It was like much smaller than.
I know that's one thing I noticed. It should have been like half the size of the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like how the reference they destroyed the moon.
I've come to make an announcement. I'm not saying the rest though. 'Cause
Legally, we're not allowed to say the rest of it because this is a children's show. Please do not cancel us.
Well, I mean, my channel's basically for teenagers, but still.
Why is that?
Anyway, so yeah, that was a cool reference in the movie. What were some other references? Can we think of any more? Let's see.
Sonic was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
good.
reference. That's a
good
reference to the game. Sonic was in it.
Oh, quick callback to the Knuckles show. Knuckles used the flames of disaster a few times in it.
Yeah. Also, I liked the little amount of time Wade was in it. Like
Yes.
Wade didn't take a lot of time. Like he didn't. They didn't drag out his
Yeah.
scene. It made sense how
Yeah.
long he was in it and
Yeah.
what he was doing in it.
That can also be said for Rachel and Randall, I think their names are, because they weren't even in the movie at all. They were just holograms in it.
Yeah.
Like the characters,
I thought I liked them in the second movie. They were
Yeah,
fun.
I thought they were
They were
funny.
fun. I liked them.
yeah. Although
I like
you
the golf cart scene
Yeah.
in the second one.
Same. Although you gotta admit that wedding scene did drag on a little bit too long.
I know it did. Wait, this is Sonic 3, not Sonic 2.
I'm just saying. But those were pretty much all the references. Let's talk about the stuff we liked in the movie.
Everything.
Yeah, the action for starters was really good. They really bumped it up from the first two.
Also, why did this take place in Tokyo? Like, why did they
know.
make Shadow's reveal in Tokyo?
I don't know.
Specifically Tokyo.
Well, I mean,
Someone show that. Here, can we take a picture? Can we show a picture of the poster?
Yeah, we can.
Someone show that the poster is in Japanese.
I think the reason why they chose Tokyo is because Sonic is a Japanese created character.
That does make sense. But is Shadow Japanese created?
I don't know. I think San Francisco actually would have made more sense.
I mean, yeah, Shadow was created by Americans, I'm gonna assume. He was created, is Gerald Robotnik American?
Yeah.
So, why is he in Japan?
I think it was just closest from the prison island.
And also, the time period when he was created.
Yeah. Okay, some other cool things in the movie were Shadow's character as a whole. I think this was one of, if not the best characterization of Shadow.
Also, Keanu Reeves, speaking for him was amazing.
Yeah, he did a good job. But what were some other things? The thing I didn't
It makes
really
sense.
like...
It makes sense. Shadow
Yeah.
has a pew-pew. So does John Wick. He voices both of them.
One thing we both didn't like about the movie was how Maria wasn't in space in the movie, which that kind of takes away the whole part of... that just takes away her whole promise she wanted Shadow to do to protect Earth.
I know. She was supposed to be on the Ark when the entire thing was going on. But instead, they were just in an underground base.
Yeah.
That does not go to lore.
Yeah. But it could be way worse, though. It could be way, way worse.
How?
They could just not have Maria at all in this.
I mean, that's kind of necessary.
Yeah.
I liked her death scene. It was much better than her in lore death scene.
Yeah.
Instead of her just getting straight up shot, it was like an accident.
Yeah, I like that too. Plus, this is a PG movie, so they couldn't really have that happen.
Yeah, so it was more of an accident.
I also liked how
She also didn't show the body very long.
Yeah. Also, I liked how they showed Shadow actually get frozen in the pot. Like, we never saw that in the game.
Yeah, he just gets sucked down into the floor.
And then we see how angry he looks.
If he was sucked down into the floor, though, then why at the beginning of the movie was he not inside the floor?
I think it's because we already saw him at the end of Sonic 2 come out of the ground.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Also, how did they find the files to Shadow?
I think they said they were, looking over Robotnik's stuff, and then they found something.
But Robotnik had nothing to do with Shadow.
I mean, technically...
This is a plot hole.
His grandfather, though. They have the same last
They
name.
never even met each other. Okay, they didn't even know each other existed.
Yeah.
Okay, you cannot just combine the two and say they're the same person. When they've never even met, even though they're played by the same actor.
Yeah. That was also a hilarious fourth wall break in the movie. We're like, it's like we're being played by the same actor in a movie.
It's almost like we're being recorded right now.
Yeah. You couldn't see that, but he just looked at the camera just now.
It's almost like we're in a podcast, only for other people's entertainment.
But anyway, some other cool things in the movie. The jokes, I think the jokes were funnier than both of them.
That is
First
true.
two. Like, I love Knuckles' whole,
Revenge
is it time
guac.
to break glass? Or yeah, the revenge guac.
The break glass part was probably
Yeah.
the funniest scene of the entire movie.
No, the funniest scene was easily the two Eggmen dancing.
Oh yeah, that is true. That is
Yeah.
true.
Like, that was hilarious. I already said the action, but I think the crown jewel of this movie, the thing that made this the best video game movie of all time, was the team up and the fight between Super Sonic and Super Shadow.
I mean, the movies just keep getting better with
Agreed.
by each passing movie.
Yeah.
The thing is, the reason why they keep getting better is because they listen to the viewers.
Yeah. Heck, I don't think we'd even have a third movie if they didn't change that design in the first one.
We would even have a first movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
They would probably get canceled before the movie even came out. So, thank you, Paramount.
Yeah. Yeah, people
Paramount,
should take note.
Paramount, you just
You get Sonic.
Yes.
You get Sonic. I mean, that makes sense. Your director worked on the Shadow the Hedgehog game where
Paramount locked in with Sonic.
Yeah.
He was locked in.
Like, Paramount has, in fact, Paramount might just be my favorite movie company just because they have 3 franchises that I like. Sonic, Ninja Turtles, and Transformers. That's just hilarious.
Also, I don't like how little his motorcycle was in it. Shadow's
I
motorcycle.
agree.
It
And
should
his
have been in
gun.
it a little bit.
It
He
wasn't an
didn't even have a
actual...
gun in the movie.
Yeah, he did.
I mean, for like a second. For
Yeah.
like a single scene. Why do you want that? Why do you want
It
that?
wasn't an actual gun, that's why. It was just like a laser gun.
It would have been funnier if it was a water gun.
But-
like he's just like Sonic would have just been like, that's a water gun. Oh.
Drops it, and then gets up a real one. Gets up a real one.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious.
But yeah, going back to the super scene, the super form scene, that was just awesome. Like the part where they're beating up all the gun robots, and Shadow even pulls out the Chaos Spears at one point.
Yeah, and
That
also
was awesome.
But also, eventually he took off his inhibitor.
Which I called it. I called it in the previous episode.
That is true. We did call it. Also, we called both characters that were in the
Yeah,
credit scene.
I think we can now talk about the end credit scenes. Plural.
I like how we like every single time
Yeah.
we correctly
Yeah. Like
Call it.
I'm 2 for 2 because the first movie got me into the series, so I had no idea there was even going to be an end credit scene.
2 for 2. First they
Yeah.
semi confirmed my other theory,
Yeah.
and then I just like, what if it's Metal Sonic?
Yeah, let's actually just break down the end credit scene before we talk about it, though. So, like, it starts off with Sonic, like, running through a forest. He's in
yes,
New York, actually.
yes. So they're taking back off from the race that's
ending.
in the very beginning of the movie.
Or the ending, yeah.
Yeah, the
They
end.
race again at the end.
Yeah, because they never really finished the race.
Yeah, and Sonic goes a little too far.
Obviously, Sonic sweeps the race,
Yeah.
and he ends up in
New York. right?
Yellow
Like,
Park. Was it like Yellowstone National Park?
I saw a New York sign, but...
Yeah, I think it was Yellowstone National Park that
Yeah.
he ended up in.
And then we
So
start
he
seeing...
definitely overshot the finish lane by several thousand
And then-
miles.
And then we start seeing some purple energy glowing in the back. And then we do a zoom in. We see a familiar looking metal quill. Then we see
That
some
is
red lights turn on.
And then Sonic gets blasted in the back of the head.
Almost. And yes, we have Metal Sonic in the SCU now. What a
Painted
cool way.
and looks exactly identical to the
yeah,
games.
with an interchangeable arm, too.
Paramount, if you're watching this, you have done an amazing job with the design of Metal Sonic.
Yeah.
Although you're probably
all
not
of them.
watching this.
Heck, all of them at this point. Like, all of them look... Eggman to a lesser extent.
Including
but-
a pink character.
Yeah. Yeah, so after
A
that...
specific nondescript pink character.
So yeah, after that, Sonic clearly avoids the shot because, fastest thing alive.
Yeah.
And then Metal
He's
Sonic...
he has like this, he has spider sense.
Yeah.
Man.
And
he
then-
knows whenever a shot's
And
coming.
then, out of nowhere, more red eyes show up, and there's like tons of Metal Sonic. I want to break this down after we talk about the breakdown.
Tons of more Metal Sonics that are not painted at all.
Yeah, they're like a
there's
gray
only
color.
there's only the one painted Sonic that
Yeah.
showed up in the beginning.
And it's like the dark blue color.
Yeah.
And then as all the other metals are going to jump Sonic, we see
feel
a
like
hammer. We see a hammer come in with like
Like
pink
flying,
glow.
like a flying hammer, and just demolishes every
Yeah.
single clone or every single robot in
Yeah.
sight within like a single second.
Then we see the figure jump in front of the shattered
A
moon.
cloak, like
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, and then we see her take off the cloak. Amy's also in the SCU.
Which also amazing design
Yeah.
too.
It's different, but it's great. It's different in a good way.
Also, how does she have eyeliner? Me and my friend have been. I've been bringing up the eyeliner for some time now. I am not gonna let you live this down. How does she have eyeliner if she wasn't on Earth before? She's had to have been on Earth for like some time to have eyeliner.
She's wearing a cloak, so I think that's...
She's had to have been on Earth for like multiple years now in order to have eyeliner.
Also, another minor thing is Amy has pink arms now instead of the tan, kind of like what they did with Sonic and
Yeah, but how is she laying low if she like this is a child with a sledgehammer?
Well, I think
child-sized character with a sledgehammer. There's no way she's walking around and nobody's like taking pictures like a child-sized person in a cloak with a sledgehammer.
I think it's gonna be like Sonic, like she's been hiding in like a cave for some time now. Also,
we don't know that. We don't know that yet.
She looked a little bit older in the movie. Like she didn't look like she was 12, like in the
She's
games.
12?
In the games, yeah.
She was letting a 12-year-old have an oversized sledgehammer.
But now I want to quickly talk about Metal Sonic here. I don't think that was an army like everyone else is saying. I think he briefly cloned himself. Like, I think it's Metal trying to show Sonic what he's made of. Like,
also, we both kind of think that either the main villain is gonna be Agent Stone, now Dr. Stone, or Dr. Robotnik made Metal Sonic.
Yeah.
I feel like we can go by Dr. Stone now.
I'm going one of two ways, honestly.
But if Agent Stone is taking the place for Dr. Robotnik, I'm calling it Dr. Stone.
But yeah, I think Metal cloned himself briefly because he knows they aren't as strong. He's just using them kind of like a shield almost. Like
he doesn't know what he's going up against.
Man.
Yeah, he has no idea who Sonic even is.
Well, he has to know who Sonic is because he's based off of Sonic.
He doesn't know that. He probably thinks he's the original.
That is actually Metal's whole shtick in the game.
Exactly. He doesn't even know who Sonic is.
So I think,
for all he knows, he's just a cheap knockoff.
Yeah. So what I think happened is Metal brought in his weaker clones, walked away, so he could probably just like get some more time to plan or something. And he had no idea about Amy, so he just like walked away, or in his case, teleport. I mean, he does have his jet engine. I mean, he teleported in.
Teleport. Can Metal Sonic teleport?
He did in the end credit scene. Like that's how he even showed up. Like he teleported in.
So he probably has like some master emerald going on. Which does go on to his other thing. They never picked up the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah, and also they're out of ring portals too.
That is true.
Unless Amy has some. Unless Amy still has.
Or Metal Sonic has one.
Maybe if we know who Metal Sonic is, Eggman probably just made him like his own ring portals. So.
That's not good. If they can artificially create their own ring portals with Sonic's tech.
Yeah,
that would make sense because for temporarily he did steal his quill.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe
and he also has Shadows. He has Shadow's quill and Sonic's quill right now.
I think Shadow's quill got zapped away along with Gerald when that happened, which by the way was hilarious.
Which there's a 50-50 chance that he's still alive.
Yeah,
I'm saying it that Dr. Eggman is not dead.
Yeah, I'm saying that too, honestly, because Jim Carrey loves playing the character.
Characters.
So. That's true because he did play Gerald.
What if he plays 3 in this movie?
Well, yeah, that's what I think happened in the other one. But here's the thing though, if it is a Metal Sonic army, I think they're being led by Neo Metal Sonic
or
Robotnik,
Dr. Stone.
Oh yeah, Stone too. Now the second
because the thing is, Dr. Stone, Agent Stone loves it. Pretty much is in love with.
Yeah, that's canon at this point.
Yeah, either he's just a very good friend with him, or he has a crush on him. But he idolizes Dr. Robotnik. Yeah. So it would not be completely out of the realm of possibility that he took up after Dr. Eggman and took off where he left off.
You can also make the assumption that it is Stone's tech because think about it, Metal Sonic didn't appear in the white color that all of Eggman's other badniks are.
But also, Well, also, this is a prototype. Dr. Eggman has never built something like this ever. So he might have just like, let's make this a little bit different.
Yeah.
This thing, he's like, I'm building a replica of Sonic. Might as well just go along with it.
But we've basically talked about the first one enough. Let's talk about the second end credit scene. It's not as.
Also, I just want to say this right now. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a scene where like Sonic has to prove he's the real Sonic.
Yeah.
Because Tails is gonna be like, who's the real Sonic? It could be this one, obviously a robot, or is it this one?
You know, what would be a cool final battle is if Metal Sonic also uses a bit of the Master Emerald's power and he goes Super too, and it's Super Sonic versus Super Metal Sonic.
Or it's Sonic and Metal Sonic versus Gun.
That works too.
Like they eventually team up.
I don't know, that's actually why I was happy it was Metal Sonic and not Silver and credit scene, because if they
Silver would make no sense, because if you don't know, any instance where there's time travel is very complicated.
Time travel could also be involved in the next one. I don't think so, because Metal and Amy were both introduced in a game about time travel. I hope that's not the case. I don't really like the whole... like you said, I don't really like the whole idea of time travel.
Exactly. It's very complicated and confusing, and I just hate it.
But yeah, the reason why I wouldn't want Silver in the next one is because at that point, we'd just be doing like the same plot. Bad guy turns good. Like they did that with Knuckles. We did that with Shadow.
Knuckles was just misunderstood, okay?
Yeah.
Knuckles had no idea what was going on. You cannot catch him as a villain.
Okay,
he was just like a minion. He was just like a ploy, a pawn.
But yeah, anyway, going to the second one, it goes to like some like a bunch of rubble everywhere, and then you see Shadow's inhibitor ring, and you see him pick it up, letting us know
in the
Shadow's alive.
I think it was on a beach.
No, it wasn't.
It was in sand. Beach.
I can't remember. I think it was in dirt at least. I'll have to look at it again.
It was either dirt or sand.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he landed on a beach. It would make sense.
I want to quickly talk about this one too. My friend completely disagrees with me on this, but I'm going to say this anyway. I think we're setting up a Shadow the Hedgehog spin-off, and Black Doom's going to be the main villain, because I got serious Black Arms vibes from the whole meteor.
Just because Shadow's in it doesn't mean there has to be Black Doom. Sonic 3 proved it.
Like, I'm not saying Black Doom needed to be in the third one. I'm saying he could be in a Shadow movie. Like, and he could just be a one-time villain, no big deal.
Then they'll probably just kill him off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Plus the director worked on the Shadow the Hedgehog video game, where Black Doom was the main villain, so... But like I said in a short, though, I wouldn't also mind if Mephiles was the villain of that movie. But...
Timeline. He would get erased from the timeline. Which also brings into time travel.
Yeah, but yeah. I think that's Shadow's alive. That's a good thing, though. I mean,
yes, he is.
I mean, you got Keanu
for everybody there. Shadow is alive.
I mean, we got Keanu Reeves back. We got Keanu Reeves to play him. There's no way they would just take off that offer and just kill him off in his first movie.
Did Keanu Reeves play as Shadow?
Oh yeah, he even researched about Shadow to get the idea. Which what that means.
Yes, that means any character any voice actor that likes the character is probably going to stay till the next.
And you know what that means if he researched about Shadow? He researched when he had.
I mean, yeah, he probably went to the producer and be like, put in a scene where there's a gun right now.
But yeah, that's basically our spoiler review on Sonic Movie 3. Thank you all for watching the video. Sorry this podcast episode took a while. I mean, we were going to have one last month, but... I mean,
we've had a lot of things going on right now. With the movie and also the movie.
Christmas too.
Yeah, so we have the movie and the Christmas. We have a lot of things going on right now.
In fact, this one wasn't even recorded on PC because my PC was being finicky.
Kaput.
Yeah, but it's almost done though. So.
Almost, yes.
But yeah, thank you all for watching this video, and we'll see you guys next time. And make sure to check out Sonic Respin when it comes out in 2026.
Bye.
So me while editing this, I forgot to do the Q&A. So let's do the one question we have here. What are my thoughts on Sonic Racing Cross Worlds? I mean, it's okay. I mean, I've never been a big fan of Sonic driving cars when he's already the fastest thing alive. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I don't really understand the whole Cross Worlds thing. But yeah, I'm excited to see what that'll be like.